Hi, my name is Meredith Street, and I teach first grade at Bethune Elementary School in Atlanta. And this right here is our reading tracker that I use, and I have our big goal is 2 years of reading growth, and this is our tree of reading knowledge. And so we started the year below the trunk of the tree, just at the very bottom. And I explained to them that we were going to be a special class, and instead of making just 1 year of growth, I really want them to make 2 years of growth and get all the way up to the top of the tree. This is our sight word big goal over here, and up here it says our sight word big goal is 250 words, so I want them by the end of the year to know 250 sight words, which is going to obviously help their reading. And so every time that we learn a sight word, I put it up on the classroom wall so that they can see their progress. And that obviously builds their fluency, and so our fluency big goal is 60 words per minute, but we've actually already met that as a class. Over here I keep detailed tracking of all of their homework, when they turn it in and when they don't. These are some of my long-term plans that I just have up to easily reference. If you come over here, this is where they keep all their book bags, but this right here, we made this in the beginning of the year. This is the Helping Hands banner that we made because we had really extensive conversations about classroom culture and what that means, and so I really try in my classroom to have us use our hands for a lot of good things, and we give high fives and we give rounds of applause and those kinds of things to use our hands in positive ways. Over here is the math wall, and I keep detailed tracking of their math. This is our word wall and some student work that I have up. Here is our class average for math. Right now it's at 80.7. Obviously our math big goal is 80% mastery, so they know that. But because they see that 80%, I also tell them that I just want them to get as high up to 100 as possible, so I use this little tracker here to show them where they are individually and also where they are as an entire class. And so I told them that we're here now, but I would really love it if we can go even higher into like 90 and 100. So that makes it really easy for them to understand, and it's a lot more concrete, and they can picture it in their head a little bit better. Here's the science word wall again. I try to incorporate in science, math, and language arts. I really incorporate reading into all of that. And so like today we read a book when we were talking about multiplication, and then today in science we're learning about butterflies, so we wrote a story about butterflies. And so I really like that cross-curriculum connection that they can make with the material, and it actually makes it come alive for them and makes them really excited about doing it. Instead of just getting a sheet of paper and writing, they're excited about seeing the butterflies and, you know, hands-on. We talk a lot about the election, and so I put up a picture of Barack Obama over here. Here's all of our manager positions. Every student has a job in the class. And these are things that, again, in our classroom culture conversations, we decided we wanted to use as words that would help each other. And I still reference this a lot with talking to them about why it's important to say I'm sorry, and conflict resolution strategies. Instead of just punishment, they need to know why they're being punished. So here is Black History Month projects that we did in February, and every child was assigned to a famous African American, and they came into school and they were actually dressed as the African American, and their parents came in, and it was really fun. And they brought these posters, and they also had a paper that they'd written. They came in and they were that person for the day. And so they got to read from their poster, we got to see pictures and have a party and celebrate. And they did exceptional work. It was really fun, and they got to present some of them to the entire school, which was really fun. Here we have our behavior tracking and our rules. Our class rules are signed by all the students at the beginning of the year, and we developed these as a team. This was blank, and I wrote it during class. And we raise our hand, we respect ourselves and others. We use kind and polite words. We always try our best, and we work hard, and we have fun. And I think anytime we break those rules, we know the consequences. And this is how I track behavior with using different colors throughout the day. If we make one mistake, we go to yellow. If we make two, we go to blue. And the final mistake would be on red. So we can always go forward. I think that's important too. If they make a mistake and they decide to fix their behavior, they can go back toward green. These are our objectives and our standards for the year, or for the week. And I break it down into our reading group, our reading first time block, our math, our science and social studies, and our language arts. And then we have essential questions that go along with those different subject areas.